Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. We somehow managed to crank out 4 reviews here for you here today. I was only planning on 2. There's just so much stuff to listen to and talk about. I get so excited to do this each and every Wednesday, and I've been listening to this album nonstop for the last couple of days, and I just had to talk to you about it. I couldn't wait another week. Just couldn't do it. So here you go. The 35th studio album. Just grasp that for a second. 35 studio albums from this band that's been around since 1969 or so. Yeah, they've been around a million years. If you add up all their compilations and EPs and live albums, they've probably got over a freaking 100, right? Hawkwind, The Future Never Waits. This is follows up their last album, which came out in 2021. This is brand new, hot off the presses, from the masters of space rock. Some say the godfathers of space rock, whatever you want to call Hawkwind. They're one of our, I think, musical treasures that, like, the general public has no freaking clue about, right? I mean, if you know the music of Hawkwind, if you've ever listened to Hawkwind, there's just something special and so different about them. I think they're an absolutely amazing band. And, granted, only Dave Brock, who's, God, how old is Dave? Dave is over 80 now. Still manning the helm, still writing the songs, playing the guitar, singing for the band. All these years later, he's been on every single Hawkwind album that's ever been released. No, it's just crazy to think about it. And this is on Cherry Red Records. So let's take a look at this. Nice, cool little, concert shot of the band. It's always appreciated. You know me and my concert shots. Love that. All right. Let's pull out the booklet. Again, it's mostly lyrics. That's basically all you get here. Right? I got a little King Crimson Islands thing going on there, right? So Dave Brock, vocals, guitars, keyboards, and synthesizers. You got Magnus Martin, vocals, guitars, keyboards, and bass. Thigh Paul Sandra, all one word. Paul Sandra, whatever, on keyboards and synthesizers, Doug McKinnon on bass, and Richard Chadwick on vocals and drums. And I'm not sure, they don't list it here, but on a couple tracks I could swear I heard a little sax, unless that's maybe being played on the synth. I don't know. If someone down below knows, please let us know. Like I said, this is their 35th album. Now, I have been reviewing a lot of the Hawkwind output of late. They still put out an album, if not every year, every other year, over the last, forever, right? And I've reviewed lots of them on the webzine, here on the channel, and I, generally speaking, think pretty highly of most of these latter period Hawkwind albums. Some are better than others. I wouldn't consider any of them a Hawkwind classic, but they are pretty solid. For the most part, fairly solid to a couple being pretty damn good. Some are more hit or miss than others, right? But I don't think I've given any Hawkwind album in more recent years like a 4.5 or 5-star, right, type of rating. Generally 3, 3.5, maybe a 4 here and there, right? That's about to change right here, right now. This, The Future Never Waits, and I had heard people hinting at this in recent weeks who were able to get a hold of early copies of this or digital downloads of this and get the press tracks or whatnot, however you want to call it. I purposely did not try to do that. I wanted to wait till the album came out. I wanted to hear it as a whole first and not kind of listen too much of all that other stuff, but it's hard not to see these things sometimes. And I will say, you have to hear this album start to finish. It's somewhat of a concept album, too. It's kind of like got this whole science fiction story thing going on. Gee, no surprise. It's Hawkwind. This is the best Hawkwind album I've heard in a long, long, long time. I will go on record saying this might even be the best Hawkwind album in 25, 30 years. Start to finish, really strong. Lots of variety here, and that's a good thing. You get classic Hawkwind sounds, you get some new Hawkwind sounds, and if you love space rock, there's lots of cool space rock and psychedelia on this album. There's lots of cool prog on this album. Let's go through the tracks, because got to do it. And Dave Brock and Magnus Martin produced the album, by the way. The Future Never Waits. All right, so if you're Hawkwind, and you want to start off an album with a nearly 10-minute long, or I think it is 10 minutes long, total killer, dreamy, space rock instrumental called The Future Never Waits, the title track. If you want to do that, I would say go for it. They did that. It's an amazing song. The way they utilize the synthesizers and the droning bass that goes through the track, it's hypnotic. It is so cool. I had to, like, when the first time I got the CD and I popped it in, I had to play that song twice just to make sure I heard it correctly and I was hearing how great I thought it was originally. It really is. And all the guys in the band took part in writing that song. It's just this oozing miasma, space rock exploration, no vocals, just all these cool synths and keyboards and the throbbing bass, occasional little bursts of guitar. Drums are kind of nimble, but not over anything too complicated or anything like that. Just this song that just kind of takes you top of your head and drags you along behind, and you just go floating through the stratosphere. Amazing. Amazing. From there, the next song, The End, written by Dave Brock. That is your prototypical hard-hitting kind of punky Hawkwind. Think late 70s, early 80s period Hawkwind. Big crunchy guitars, fast-paced. Got Dave Brock's vocals, very English-sounding, right? That's fun stuff. Then you got two real surprises in a row, which I was like, am I hearing this correctly? Aldous Huxley, of course, based on the author, and They're So Easily Distracted, track 3 and 4. They're like jazz songs. Again, I mentioned the sax before. Again, whether it's real sax or sax that's played, programmed on a synthesizer, I don't know. But they're both these kind of like dreamy, jazzy kind of excursions. Very, very cool. Very, very different. Nice use of synthesizers and keyboards, and like I said, the sax, whatever it might be, real or not. Very, very cool stuff. Again, very kind of meditative. And just total ear candy. Nice little melodies going throughout them as well. Really, really cool. Track number 5. Let's get back to heavy-hitting Hawkwind. You got Rama, the Prophecy. It rocks. The riffs are great. It's really catchy. The blippy synthesizers kind of flying all about the mix with the heavy riffs. Terrific. Along with the title track, Rama, the Prophecy might be one of my 2 favorite songs on the album. Excellent. From there, you get USBI, another cool, very, very space rocky tune, fairly up-tempo. It rocks too, but it's very much psychedelia space rock. Love that. Then you got Outside of Time, another really cool spacey tune. Really, really nice. These songs just kind of like, just grab you, drag you along behind. It's like bands in like the spaceship, right? And they're just flying through the universe, right, on some kind of mission. And they're just grabbing each one of us along the way and tying some kind of thing around our bodies, and we're dragging behind them, going as they're going through. It's just, that's the way you feel. It just takes you along with them. It's just really great. And then another more rockin' one, I'm Learning to Live Today. Really, really cool song. The Beginning, another space rock gem. Excellent. I mean, the use of synthesizers on this album and the way they kind of space everything out. Absolutely amazing stuff. It reminds me so much of like classic Hawkwind, where they utilized atmosphere and ambiance just perfectly. And then another big surprise on the album, Trapped in This Modern Age, which is the last track. Reminds me of ELO, right? It's got these really great, catchy, pop-laden vocal harmonies that it just, I was like, wow, this is Hawkwind? This works. So imagine like ELO, Jeff Lynne loves the Beatles, right? So there's always this kind of like little Beatles thing going on with the vocal harmonies in ELO's music. Well, that's kind of here, right? You get this kind of cool spacey music and whatnot, and these luscious like vocal harmonies that again could have come off of like Face the Music or, any of those classic ELO albums from the 70s. Out of the Blue or, whatever. Just really cool stuff. This is great. And a lot of the album is like kind of drenched in this kind of like sci-fi like elements, right? That occasionally, like opening up some of the songs, you get these little kind of like weird little voiceover things that will interject to lead into the song, and then you get into the song. It's just, it all sounds so futuristic and so wonderful. Yeah, I'm really digging this. I really like that. logo as well. Hawkwind changes their logo like the wind, but yeah, I really dig this a lot. This is really, really great. This is prime Hawkwind, and I'm really excited to see that they've put out something that really, really can just enter your brain and just infiltrate it and just fill it with just wonder and just sumptuous sounds. Great use of synthesizers, lots of cool riffs. Absolutely, absolutely amazing stuff. I really like this a lot. 4.5 out of 5 stars for The Future Never Waits. Best Hawkwind album in many years, folks. Many, many years. If you're someone who maybe has not bought a lot of the more recent Hawkwind output because there's a lot of it, and you've just kind of been waiting for someone to say, hey, I'm all for checking out a new Hawkwind album, but I want to hear like a really, really good one. Look no further. This is it. All right, Cherry Red Records, The Future Never Waits from Hawkwind. Don't hesitate. If you're at all a fan, you need to hear this. If you are, followed them throughout the 70s and love a lot of their classic material, but maybe just kind of lost track with them, go give this one a shout out. I think you will really like what you hear. There's lots of great material on here. Lots of really good variety. The playing is great. Dave Brock, God bless him, man. The guy is like just getting up there in age, and yet he's still doing this. Pretty great. And he's got a really cool cast of musicians working with him today. I know the lineup of Hawkwind changes all the time, but these folks really seem to get what Hawkwind is all about and have really helped Dave here. So, yeah, check it out. The Future Never Waits from Hawkwind, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, we've got the links down below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations as well as our merch page. And please do hit that like button. Helps a lot in the YouTube algorithm thing. So thanks for watching, everybody. That'll probably be the last new album review for you today, but tune in next week. We got, like I said, the new Metal Church is coming in. We've got Weapons of I'm forgetting the name again. The new Ronnie Romero, Richie Faulkner, Davey Rimmer project, the Weapons of something Weapons, whatever it's called, that's coming in too. We've got new Blood Ceremony, new Smoky Mirror, 2 cool new albums from Rise Above Records, new Tanith, we got new Big Train, we got some new Ripple music stuff, new Alcatraz came in as well, we got the new Canaan, we got new Aluna, we've got new M Opus, we've got Elvin King, some more power metal stuff from AFM Records, all sorts of cool stuff. We got the brand new Neil Sean Journey Through Time with a bunch of classic members of Journey doing all sorts of cool early Journey stuff, some Santana, some classic, all great stuff. So yeah, there's lots to talk about over the next couple Wednesdays, so don't miss a single episode. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.